do you think are the symptoms of lung cancer? So yes, I'm seeing some answers here. Anemia is part of it. Yes, thank you. Weight loss, yeah, that's perfect. We have coughing up blood. Yes. Coughing blood, that's called hemoptysis. Hey, hizi majina za medicine, my friend. We have difficulty in breathing. Yes, somebody has also said here shortness of breath on YouTube. Had difficulty in breathing. The answer is very clear. Oh, you guys, you become doctors. Amazing. Good. So yes, shortness of breath is there because now your lungs are struggling. We have obstruction, we have restriction. So the lungs is actually struggling. We have coughing, and this cough comes with blood and it doesn't go away. You're taking steroids, it's still coming back. We have unexplained weight loss. We have anemia. Sometimes you can have acidosis because of the buildup of CO2 in blood, and therefore you start having this shallow breathing, but very shallow and very fast because your body is trying to clear this out. We have these chest pains, you know. These are symptoms that you people know, but you can easily relate them with asthma, with bronchitis, with pneumonia, right? So you see how difficult it is. By the time we are getting there to get to put our finger on a differential diagnosis, we have done literally everything. So why would you wait until you get to this level? We have coughing blood, we've said that. And then there's something that is interesting. When they run the blood test, the CBC or the full hemogram, angina is a different one though, because angina will get the sharp pain that radiates to the left hand and to the back. See, that's a very unique symptom, right? So that's a different one. But a very good trial, Jesse. I like it when somebody challenges us that way. Amazing. So anyway, so there's something that happens when this cancer starts to spread. Remember, it's spreading to the near organs and then through the lymph, and it gets to attack the epithelial cells that are called the squamous. Do not cram the word squamous epithelial cells. Just know that there's a gland that is called the parathyroid gland. It is made up of those epithelial cells that are actually called the squamous epithelial cells. So when it starts to spread, it gets here and attacks these squamous cells, and these cells are the ones that actually get confused, and they produce a hormone that is similar to the parathyroid hormone. This hormone is called the parathyroid hormone related peptide. So it's just the parathyroid hormone, but we add on a small word they are called related peptide. So it's related to the parathyroid hormone, and you know very well the works of the parathyroid hormone is to increase calcium in blood. So when you have low calcium in blood, this parathyroid hormone goes and helps in improving or increasing the levels of calcium in blood. Remember, high calcium in blood is a very serious problem. We've talked about it multiple times. But this hormone that is called the parathyroid hormone related peptide is the one that acts the same way to this, the parathyroid hormone. So what does it do? It goes into the bones, because now the message that is coming into the system is we have low calcium in the system. So it goes into the bones and causes resorption. Resorption means you're breaking down the bone to release calcium. Therefore, you're weakening the bones. So you see, that's another symptom. So you start experiencing weak bones. Can you now understand? Can you now unaweza shikanisha? So this hormone coming in to break down the bone to release calcium into the blood starts to weaken the bone. Therefore, osteomalacia. But as it's breaking down the bone to release calcium into the system, it is also causing absorption of calcium from the GIT, from the gut, and also reabsorption of calcium from the kidneys. Therefore, we start having all this calcium coming into the bloodstream, and then we have this symptom that is called hypercalcemia. I like it how that is explained. So we increase calcium in blood. When we're increasing calcium in blood, how do we do this? Because it's now low. The message is there's low calcium in blood. So therefore, simply turn to the bone, because that's where we have our calcium. Break down the bone through resorption, bring the calcium in blood, start increasing the levels of calcium. But remember, this is a condition that is causing this. So this is not a normal thing. It is the cancer that is actually causing this. So therefore, it's an abnormality. So we expect no regulation of this calcium. As we are breaking down the bone, we are bringing calcium into the blood, we are messing up with the bone. As we are absorbing calcium from the gut into the system, we are messing up with the system, because high calcium in the system also causes constipation. So you see, now they also experience constipation. As we reabsorb calcium from the kidneys back into the system, the reabsorption is also going to cause us problems, because we are going to have the kidney stones. So when you eat now your spinach, you get the oxalates, they combine with the calcium, we form calcium oxalate, those are kidney stones. Now I want you to see all these symptoms. We have the kidney stones there, we have the constipation here, we have hypercalcemia here, we have weak bones there. So imagine all these symptoms are linked to one type of cancer. So even if you are the oncologist here, can we really blame you here? It is difficult because mara umepewa calcium supplements again, because unaenda hospitali and you have these weak bones, the injuries all the time. Now you're given calcium supplements. The thing that doesn't hit your head is possibly I have a lung cancer that is causing high calcium in the blood by breaking down the bone, and now I'm taking calcium supplements that are going to increase more calcium in my system. And when you go into hypercalcemia, we are going to get hypertension. How are we going to get hypertension? Calcium deposits in the blood, in the cells that line the blood vessel. And calcium is a contracting blood, the element. So it causes contraction. When it gets into the cells contract, and now the blood vessel narrows. Because when they contract, they cause this narrowing of the blood vessel. Now we have an increased blood pressure. Now, in the heart muscles, when calcium is coming in handy, it gets into the heart muscles and they contract. And now we have this, what we call the arrhythmias. So we have these abnormal heart rhythms. We can even get a heart attack because the heart is actually contracting forcefully. And because we have this narrowing blood vessels, the pressure is increasing, we can get this rupturing of these blood vessels. If that rupturing is happening in the brain, that is hemorrhagic stroke. Aneurysm is happening. We have all this ruptured internal bleeding. So imagine all these symptoms being linked to one thing. That's why it's so difficult to screen for lung cancer, because you'll be handling different things. You'll be handling drugs for hypertension to ease up on hypertension. We'll be giving you calcium supplements at the same time. We'll be giving you drugs or surgeries for the kidney to remove kidney stones. Somebody will be targeting the bones. Somebody will be targeting some other thing. We are targeting to reduce calcium in blood by giving you magnesium supplements. So it's all over. Tuko kila mahali. So there's nothing like we are going to just face kitu moja hivi we finish it up. We are all over. That is the problem. If you understand that, you'll know this one, you'd rather prevent than think of curing. You'd rather prevent than think of cure. So you'd rather drop that seed oil. You'd rather drop that wheat before thinking of curing. And if you see, if you've been keen on this series of cancer, you realize that these cancers are operating in the same way. The only difference is the organ that they are attacking. But you'll still see that even if they are attacking different organs, they still spread to other organs. So therefore, this cancer is just the same thing, the same animal. The only difference is the manifestation, the rate under which it spreads. So if you are sharp, you should not be asking, what will then cause bone cancer? What will cause the liver cancer? How do I handle the brain cancer? You will simply know it is the same way. So therefore, if you've been here for the last 3 sessions, you already know what to do to prevent the occurrence of this. And if already you have the cancer and it has spread to stage 4, we cannot help you. It will be palliative care. But if you have it, you already started turning on the genes that actually expose you to cancer. You have the ability to turn off those genes. You have the ability to give the body a chance to fight inflammation and actually help you recover from more inflammation and more cancer, and even to block the spread of this cancer. So you have all the abilities to block yourself from actually having this cancer and having it spread to different organs. Why don't you do it? Which excuse do you have? There are people who still believe up to now, and a larger percentage still believe that their health is in hospitals. There are people who still tell me that healthy living is very expensive. I cannot afford it. Because simply they are thinking that I'm telling them to eat the bad foods and still eat the good food at the same time. So they are thinking it's very expensive. But the same people will line hospital pharmacies. They will pay expensively without bargaining. So food is expensive, but you can easily buy drugs without even bargaining. Unajua dawa zangu ni 16,000. Unajua dawa zangu ni 23,000. Tell me how healthy living will take you to 16,000 a month. How? Eating 1 meal a day. Eating a lot of meats and a lot of eggs, fish, chicken. How is it expensive as compared to those drugs that you're taking? Some of you, specifically women, run to buy supplements that are very expensive for your skin problems instead of just sitting down and fixing the gut, eating 1 meal a day. So you will prefer eating 5 meals a day, snacking in between, eating all the unhealthy foods, have these skin problems, and then go and buy supplements for the skin. You prefer doing that. So you want to live the same lifestyle, and get different results. How is that even possible? And you see, by the time you're getting yourself to a level that you have cancer, you have a diagnosis of cancer, you have really worked so hard to get there. Stop believing the issues of genetics. Stop believing, oh, this is genetic. It's not in the genes, my friends. Please. There's a very minor genetic link. And even those genes are activated by something called epigenetics. And your lifestyle is a larger percentage of the epigenetics. So until when shall I sing this to you for you to get it? Until when? Don't you think it's so expensive to treat rather than to prevent? It is. But look at people who have diabetes. They've been sold the fear that if they drop drugs, they will die. But the same people have never dropped drugs. They've taken drugs for 20 years. Nothing is changing for them, but they expect different results. Eating the same foods and taking medicines. They are hoping, even to maisha yao, eat these sugars, then take a drug. Eat these foods, take a drug. And they are hoping that these drugs are coming in to change their kitchen. Look at people who have hypertension, taking one medication after the other. And the next time they go to see the doctor adds on another combination, 2 drugs now. And then another one, now 3 drugs. And now a drug to handle side effects of the first drugs. People who take nifedipine, people who take amlodipine, they end up having this swollen tongue. They cannot even speak. They end up having swollen legs. They will now be given another drug, 𝐂𝐘𝐍𝐆, to clear the fluids in the system. This is just treating the symptoms of the drugs, the side effects of the drugs. So you take one drug, it gives you a symptom or a side effect, and then the doctor gives you another drug to treat the side effect. How many of you have gone to hospital? You are given a simple painkiller like diclofenac, and then the doctor adds omeprazole there because they know diclofenac is going to mess up your gut. So they have to give you omeprazole. So instead of them just giving you paracetamol, they will give you diclofenac and then add on that list maybe Nexium or omeprazole. And for them, it's money. The larger the prescription, the more the drugs, the more the money. Si ndio? Lakini hatutaki kuona hivyo, hatutaki. Hiyo ndio kitu hatutaki kuambiwa. Ukiambiwa ukweli unakasirika. Ukiambiwa lose weight because fat is going to expose you to more inflammation. Therefore cancer is coming in. You are body shaming me. Ukiambiwa healthy eating is not expensive. Me how can I eat? Meat is expensive. This is for the rich. But you're somebody who is eating 5 meals a day. How can you even afford 5 meals a day and then still not afford 1 meal a day? Clean keto, 1 meal a day. How can you not afford that? But you're first to tell me, Daktari, this will be expensive. You know, Daktari, I have a very big family, and that's a problem. You have a big family that feeds on 5 meals a day every single day. You can afford that. Right? But now when it comes to healthy eating, it's a large family. So you love your health. So how can I get you out of your own hell? I'd rather let you burn there until you hit the rock bottom. That's when you seek now advice. And now when I tell you this, you will get the idea. But you're waiting until it drains you financially, until you sell that piece of land, until you actually sell that house, and you have nothing for you to afford chemo, right? Why would you do that yourself? Why are you so negative about real information? I understand somebody sold you the fear. I know. And of course it's our fault in the system. But again, we have been conditioned to think in a certain way. So you can't blame your doctor. He has been conditioned to think in a certain way. And the weird part is, no doctor is willing to actually take in the information. No doctor is willing to be challenged because of ego. And you just follow suit. You don't want to be challenged because of ego. So the doctor taught you ego, and now you call him my doctor, my consultant, my specialist, my. So whatever he says is right. But you've been taking drugs for 20 years. How comes you're still in the same area? He has been your doctor for 13 years. How comes you're still the same person? I thought if he's your doctor, he should be better. You are very bad financially. You are very bad physically. You know very well as you go to see him, you are trying to just imagine, one day maybe I can get a solution somewhere. But at this moment in time, let me just trust the doctor. He has bills to pay. And one day we shall be loud. We are only 1.5 years into it. By the time we're getting to 3 years or so, if God gives us the grace to live tomorrow, we are going to be superhumans. Superhumans. And they know it. They know that you people are dropping the seed oils. They know you people are dropping wheat. They know people are starting to eat meat, and that's why they are coming in now to inject those cows with those vaccines. These are deals that are striked when they actually look seeking for political offices. We will sponsor you to get into this office, and once you get there, we need you to actually make sure that these people eat our meat from the laboratories that are printed. We want you to make sure that these people are actually following these guidelines. They have to take these vaccines. So yes, we will give you the office, but that office comes with our own demands. We have this on the table. So when you get into office, do this. Do this for us. So don't even be surprised when you're abused for actually asking, why do you vaccinate animals? Don't even get mad, because when you're told that, somebody's paying his bills. The fear is gone. Hiyo tulikata.